Can this steel nib fountain pen really write like a gold nib? Hey everyone, it's Niko. Welcome back to another video from Yoseka. Today we're going to be talking about Sailor's 1911 Casual L Stable, which was released on February 28th of 2026. In Japan, Sailor's been making lots of steel nib fountain pens for a while, both in the lower price range and the higher one. But this 1911 Casual L Stable is actually the first higher-end steel nib fountain pen we're seeing from them in the US. The hand-finished steel nib on this pen is described as having a writing experience similar to that of a gold nib pen, as described by Sailor. In this video, we're going to be going over some overall specifications about this pen, and then we'll go through and do our nib log with each nib size of this pen. And then at the end, because I'm sure a lot of you will be curious about as to how this compares to a gold nib pen, we'll be talking about our comparisons with writing with these steel nib pens and then comparing them to Sailor's gold nib pens. Let's get into it. So first up for the specs, this pen comes in 4 colors. It comes in muted black, it comes in muted blue, and then muted red and green as well. Taking a look at the body, you'll notice that it's really similar to Sailor's Gold Nib 1911L collection. Here I have one of the 18 karat 1911Ls that they put out, and as we put it next to these new Casual L stables, you'll see that the pens look exactly the same in both size and trimmings as well. The Casual L stable has that rounded finial on the top and bottom, and then they've also got matching clips, bands on the cap, and also the lower bands. You can really start to see the differences between these two pens though once you open up the caps and take a look at the nibs and the grip section. The 1911 Casual L Stable has a gold grip on it, and actually this one is made of a weightier metal meant to bring the center of gravity of the pen a little bit lower down to really recreate that gold nib writing experience. Whereas on this 18 karat nib, you can see that the grip is the same as the body of the pen. Taking a look at the nibs, you can also see that the one on the 18 karat 1911L is a little bit longer than the stainless steel nib. And as we turn it over, you can also see that the gold nib 1911Ls have a couple more fins on them than the new stainless steel nib ones do. The 1911 Casual L Stable comes in nib sizes extra fine, fine, medium, and broad, so there's no zoom or music nib for this pen. Like the other 1911Ls, this pen is also filled with a cartridge converter, so you take off the body as per usual, and then you attach the cartridge or converter to this piece. Sailor also created the Casual L with the word stable omitted, and that pen has the exact same stainless steel nib as the Casual L Stable, and what it's actually lacking is that heavier metal grip section on it. For today's nib log, we're going to be using our same Yoseka nib log as always, and if you wanted to use it and print it at home, it's actually available on our website. If you look up Yoseka nib log or look in the description of this video, we'll make sure to tag it so you can download and print it at home. All right, let's do the nib log. The goal of this pen was to make a stainless steel nib that was as comparable to a gold nib as possible, and we will say that after quite a bit of writing, the smoothness is very comparable to a gold nib, but as you press down on the tines to test the softness, it of course does not have the same flexibility that a 21 karat nib pen has, or even an 18 or 14 karat nib pen. It seems to us that Sailor is working really hard to make an alternative to their gold nib pens as the price of gold increases, and therefore as the price of gold nib fountain pens is also increasing. They want to keep smooth writing experiences open to everyone, so we think that the 1911 Casual L Stable is a really great way to get the smoothness of a gold nib pen. Even though it's lacking a little bit in softness, we would say that these pens provide a really great writing experience. They're super smooth, and for the cost compared to the rising costs of gold nib pens, this is a really great alternative. Moving forward, we think that the 1911 Casual L line with those stainless steel nibs is going to be a great alternative to gold nib pens as the price on those continues to increase. Thank you so much for watching today. We hope that you were able to see a little bit on how Sailor's 1911 Casual L Stable stainless steel nib compares to that of the gold nibs. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give us a like, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!